What's up, everybody? Shonda here, and I am bringing us a channel message for our new moon in Taurus that we have going on today. So, right. So, when as soon as I was channeling the message, Spirit was like, grounded balance. Grounded balance, meaning, yes, we are in this season where we are like, we're ready to go for the gusto, but also in a way that feels peaceful. Go for the gusto in a way that feels like it honors the way we want to flow and have ease within our lives, but also in a way that makes us feel like we are chugging forward and we're moving forward and we're full steam ahead into our goals, our dreams, our visions, and really honestly just the version of who we want to be, the way we want to think, the people we want to be surrounded by, all of those things, right? And so under this new moon in Taurus, Spirit is really asking us to start to think about, start to visit, start to contemplate on how are we going to balance? What does that look like when we're balancing being in our expansion, when we are in this full expanded version of ourselves, but also still needing to sustain how we nourish and how we nurture ourselves, right? What does the balance between that look like? So, as we look at meditating with this new moon in Taurus, Taurus is a very grounding, but still like luxurious energy. Taurus still wants to get it done, but it got to be a vibe if we're going to get it done, right? And so, Spirit is really asking us to ask ourselves to look at how does that look for us? How does that look in this new season that we're going into? How does this look into the person we're becoming? How does this look into the person we're ascending into? You feel your thoughts are changing. You feel the way you want to move in the world is changing, who you want to be surrounded by, all the way down to just what you want to do in your spare time, right? As you're achieving these goals, as you're trying these new ideas, as you're stepping out, betting on yourself, and following the visions and listening to your intuition, how are you also sustaining the way you care for yourself? How are you also sustaining the way you nourish and nurture yourself so that you are still, I'm hearing spiritual hygiene, right? So that you are still an open channel to receive the messages and the downloads of what your next steps are and when you need to rest on what is up next. What do you need to say yes to and what needs to be a no because it's just too taxing and it won't be fun and it's not aligned with your purpose. How do you balance all of that? How do you create your vibe for being you? Being the expansive being that you are and still nurturing yourself all at the same time. Okay. So when we look at this new moon energy, the medicine that's going to be in the air, right, in our sphere, when we're healing under this new moon, some crystals we can look at when we're thinking about balancing. Spirit was telling me aquamarine, aventurine, these green crystals that are really great for flowing. They feel luxurious. They still have some grounding qualities to them, and they allow for us to really sit with and heal what flow should feel like in ease. We can connect to our bodies and work with these crystals in meditation to begin to find what flow looks like for us, to begin to find what flow feels like for us. When in doubt, y'all know me. When in doubt, clear quartz it out. Okay, so if you just got a clear quartz laying around, you can place that on your root chakra as we look at stability and flow. You can place it on your sacral chakra or your solar chakra as you look at expanding while still being grounded and nourishing yourself. So for my people who are like, girl, chakra, what just happened? Your root chakra is the lower half of your body. So you want to place that crystal. Maybe if you're laying on your stomach, you can place it on your lower back. You can place it maybe a little bit below your pelvic bone to shoot that energy down into the lower half of your body. If you're looking at your sacral chakra, you want to place that crystal right around your reproductive area, your womb space, your pelvic region. All right. If you're looking at your solar chakra, that is your stomach, your core. All right. So you want to place that chakra maybe 3 inches above your navel to really heal and connect to the energy that's going to give you some insight, some wisdom, and some lessons, and clear out any stagnancy that you have in your body when it comes to you being able to balance nourishing yourself and betting on yourself while living in this full expanded space that you're growing into. All right. And then herbs that we're looking at, I just heard sage. Right. And they're saying sage for being able to stay clear headed. Thank you. Stay clear headed, stay clear grounded, stay clearly focused, staying clear but grounded. Focused but grounded. And as that sage allow, when we work with that sage, whether it's through a bath, whether it's through a tea, maybe you got a tincture, okay? When you're taking it, sitting with the medicine of sage and really allowing the wisdom of that herb to speak to you, to give you some clarity around what that looks like for you, to give you some clarity around what does balance and expansion, being able to sustain it. So you're not just like go, 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 and now you burnt out. And then you reset, you rejuvenate, and then you go, 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 and then you're burnt out. What does balance and sustaining yourself what does balance and sustaining yourself as a constant, as a flow that gives you the space to allow yourself to be grounded and expand all at the same time as his own personal vibe, as his own personal flow. So when we are sitting with this energy of the new moon, whether you're taking a bath, you're meditating, you're journaling, I'm going to put some journal prompts in the description below for us to work with under this new moon. Let's really begin to think about that. What does your life look like? What does the ebbs and flow of your day look like when you are in this expanded, this ascended version of you that allows for you to sit at this new level? I'm almost seeing like a pedestal, like you're now sitting at this higher level of who you are in yourself, in your consciousness, in your life, in your purpose, and what you're being called to do. And also, how do you still really nourish, nurture, and mother yourself as you really kind of get comfy and marinate in this new reality? And Taurus is the perfect energy for us to call in any healing, anything that needs to be healed that doesn't allow for us to feel like we deserve that balance, anything that we need to heal that doesn't allow for us to feel like we're worthy of having that type of sustainable lifestyle. All right. So if you have any other questions about maybe what you should be thinking about, other healing tools, if it's herbs, crystals, movements, I say movements, go with what your body feels like. It feels like everybody might be in a different space. Some people might feel like doing some like slow restorative yoga that allows for you to balance and feel like you're going to reset. Some, it feels like you just might need to dance some stuff out and call in this power, but in a way that also calls in joy and empowerment. So really lean into what your body is asking of you for movement. You might also need a nap. So lean in and see what your body is calling in for you under this new moon. All right, y'all. Happy healing. Let me know how it's going for you. Let me know if you get any wisdom, insights, or breakthroughs. You are your number one guide, and you have all the lessons that you also need down on the inside of you. I am here to give you any further insights or confirmation that you might just need, which you probably were already thinking. Okay. If you also want to connect to your, feel free to book a ancestral reading with me. I'll put the link in the description below. If you are looking to connect and hear from your ancestors for any specific lessons, wisdom, or insights under this new moon, or just with anything else that's going on in your personal life. Also, I got my chakra wellness book. If you are like, let me get into this chakra game, how do I identify what my chakras are to begin with? what wounds are in what chakras, and how do I actually heal them. I outline all of that for you in my chakra wellness book. It breaks everything down to give you a really good digestible foundation on how to do healing based off of your chakras, understanding what's happening in your body, how to identify it, and how to actually go about healing it. So not just knowing what it is, but actually knowing what to do about it as well. All right, y'all. Happy healing under this new moon in Taurus. I love you. Keep going, keep growing, keep healing, and then I'll talk to y'all soon.